Alright guys, we are back. Good evening, good morning, or good afternoon. As always, it is so great to see you. And friends, we're going to be talking about a common question, or questions that come up quite often when I go share with people that I use one of these, a GoPro, quite often in my videos. And actually, those questions relate to a couple of the shortcomings or the shortfalls that GoPros have. And that is, I get asked quite often, well, how do you deal with the short battery life? Or how do you deal with the audio? Because we know GoPros over the years have definitely evolved, but there's a couple areas that because of technology, physics, whatever you want to call it, they just have not been able to excel as much as the footprint they leave behind on their video. And that is battery life. And the other, of course, is getting good, awesome audio out of these things. But there are some workarounds, and that's what I'm going to do. Is I'm going to address how, because the question that comes up is, what is my setup for using GoPros? Because I share with people, I use these a lot in my videos. So that's what we're going to be addressing here today. But before we get into all of that, guys, right down there is that like button. And of course, I keep saying over and over again in all these videos, we're trying to grow this channel. So if this content is helpful to you, if you enjoy watching my mug talking about this particular topic, do me a favor, hit that like button down below. Not only does it help with this channel with the YouTube algorithm, but it also confirms with us and where our compass is pointed with the type of content that we're putting together for you folks. So, and I also really would appreciate it as well. With that said, pull up a seat and let's go. Alright, you may recall a little while back I did a video on different audio options for the GoPros and what I personally use, and I gave you guys a kind of a sense of how all of these sounded. During that, I shared with you that, man, I've been using GoPros for a very, very long time. And so one of the things that I've noticed over the years is where we are right now. This is I have two Hero Blacks right here in front of me. I absolutely love these, and it's not an exaggeration. When I go out, I have two 8 blacks and I have two 9s, and obviously the 9s are the ones that I grab first. But I absolutely love the footage that you can get out of these things, and especially when you have some of the mounts. There's so many mounts that are available that you can mount these things pretty much any place that you want. But putting aside mounting these things on my truck or this or that, when I want to get in front of a camera and I want that flexibility of a small camera like this, boy, considering the size of these things here, these are absolutely amazing. Now, you guys are correct with some of the questions that you ask. How do I put up with the sound? And also, how do I put up with the battery life? So we're going to address the battery first. So for the longest time, I'm going to grab this one right here. My solution to the battery situation is, guys, I have, here's a case in point, this little case right here. I probably have 6 or 8 of these batteries that I'll bring out with me out into the field. And while that does work, and it's, yeah, but these, GoPro advertises that you can get, I think, 2 hours and 11 minutes or something like that. Usually on a single charge like this, I'm getting anywhere between an hour and maybe 2 hours at the most on a single charge. But when you're out shooting and so forth, that still gets a little, when you have your camera inside like their medium light, it's a pain in the ass to get this out because you have to undo the handle, then you have to pop this thing out, get the battery in there, and then put it all together. This thing right here, this is made by Ulanzi. It's a BG2. This is a handle right here, and this actually is a 6800 milliamp battery here. So when you factor in, these are 1720 milliamps for each one of these, you're getting nearly 4 of these in a handle that, if you're out there already with a handle like this, boy, now this does weigh a little bit more. I want to say, hold on, let me get my notes here in front of me. I paid $33 for this handle right here, and awesome timing. This handle right here is made by GoPro, and this they sell for $39. And don't get me wrong, this is a great handle, it's very handy, but if you're already going to be using a handle and you don't mind the slightly, it's actually quite heavier than this little plastic thing right here. But this works out fantastic because as you can see, I have this little USB-C cord that goes into the back on this. Now this GoPro here does have the media mod in it, and I'm able to plug it in here. So with the battery that's in here, that's roughly, and you're getting almost 4 charges out of this here, that's roughly 5 batteries. So when you're out there and you need that kind of uninterrupted, shooting and so forth, obviously that's going to give you a long time to be able to shoot and not have to worry about swapping out the battery. I absolutely love this. And here's another reason why I love this handle versus this. Quite often, I will go from something like this, talking into the camera, and where I need to mount this on something that is close to my eye level. Obviously on the bottom of this, you can't do that. It's just a little tripod thing. This handle right here has a 1/4-20 on the bottom of it. So you guys know one of my favorite accessories for GoPros, which I use religiously as well, because a lot of cases where I'm going to be coming into a shot, or leaving a shot, I'm going to use, I like these Octopads. This is one of their XL ones, and this, as you can see here, allows me to screw into this very fastly. And so now I'm able to put that where I want. Now in this particular case, this thing extends quite a distance up higher. There's actually about 4 feet. This is funny thing is, this is a Insta360 selfie stick, but any selfie stick is really going to do the job. So going back over to this grip here, this thing is absolutely phenomenal. And again, 33 bucks on Amazon, you really can't go wrong. So that's going to give you all the extension and battery life that you need. And don't get me wrong, I'll still bring these out, but guys, I've never exhausted this battery. So this works out really well. Now, if you don't want to go with the GoPro Media Mod, let me share with you what you can do here. And so Ulanzi actually makes this little door clip right here, and I want to say this was like 14 or 15 bucks. But so you pop your stock door off, and as you can see, you're going to put this in its place. And so this is, so now when you go with, oh crud, I was looking for a shortcut without having to go through all of this. So I'm going to unscrew this here. So you don't need the media mod in order to use this thing. There we go. Alright, so now I'm going to plop this in here. Oops, wrong side. So here's the cool part about this here. Ulanzi, which I like these guys, they have quite a number of products that really work well in the GoPro ecosystem. So the new door, as you can see, it has a little, so we can get that in frame there, it has a little hole there. So you can take your USB-C cord, plug that directly into there, and boom, you're off to the races. Now, going this route here, keep in mind, this is a open gap, so this thing is no longer waterproof for obvious reasons. You don't want to go tossing this into. I doubt this handle is waterproof as well. So either way, just use common sense. This thing is no longer waterproof, so be careful about that. But as you can see, if you don't care about audio, with this right here, you now have essentially the same battery system as that one did without having to spend the money on the media mod. And also one of the cool things with this little door here, you have a little hot shoe there if you wanted to put a mic on there. But then again, in order to use a mic, you then need this little adapter, so you get that 3.5 inch or 3.5 millimeter jack as well at your disposal. So that is that, guys. So now let's talk about sound. Now, out of the gate, the audio of these things, it isn't bad, but when you compare it to, I consider the footage out of the GoPros, I love the footage. I think GoPro has done a good job with the 4K footage that comes out of these. Is the audio as equally impressive? No, not even close. But there are a couple options that I do use. The most common one is what you just saw a moment ago. So with this on, let me get everything all plugged in here, and I will show you exactly what I use 9 out of 10 times. So I'm going to have this plugged into the back of my media mod. And for the record, the media mod, the mic on the media mod isn't bad. It's definitely improvement from the stock audio that comes out of the GoPro by itself. But it doesn't have that depth and that clarity that I like. And so most of the time I'm going to use a Rode Wireless Go. This is the Wireless Go 2s. And then I will use, this is a Countryman B6 mic. So I like to use a lavalier mic. It's a little bit more work getting set up, but let me share with you reason why I like this. When I'm mic'd up and I have the GoPro in my pocket, a lot of cases, if the mic is mounted onto the top of here, that's only going to pick up my audio if I'm in proximity of this. And when I'm walking into a situation, I can mount this and I have the mic wired in, and these wireless Go's have a range of like 600 feet or something like that. They're actually really, really fantastic. This is a little pricey of a lavalier mic. I want to say it's 249 bucks. I'll put the price on the screen. But the quality of that comes out of the sound out of this is really, really fantastic. Rode actually makes a pretty solid lavalier mic that I don't have with me here. I want to say it's 49 bucks. It's definitely an improvement up. And also you don't even need to use a lavalier mic, which I'll demonstrate here in a minute. You can use, and of course I don't have it here. So you can use one of these mounted onto your shirt with this transmitting directly to there, and you have your dead cat that you can put onto this. And again, you have that flexibility to move around even if you're not directly in front of it. You're getting good, clean audio into the camera itself. So that's one option right there, guys. The other option here, and you can still utilize the battery pack, and we're gonna swing back over to another Ulanzi product. And no, this video is not supported by or sponsored by Ulanzi. It's just a product that I really, really like, and these things come in super handy. So here's the GoPro adapter. Here is a case that Ulanzi makes, and so you can pop up the door. And the fun part with this thing right here, oh, that's right, I don't use this one as much as the setup that I just shared with you. So you can slide in your GoPro, and it has these nice doors that lock into place. And you're going to utilize their door on this side because you're able to maintain that USB-C connection. And let me get that popped in there. And then you're going to use this adapter, which then plugs into the side of the GoPro in there. So now, the cool part about this setup right here, again, you can utilize the quarter 20 that's in the bottom of this battery. Okay, now you can plug that into, you'll notice on the side here, there's a USB-C slot there. Plug that into there. And in this particular way, now, rather than using the GoPro, or having to pick up a media mod, you can use your more conventional mic. Oops, that I put on backwards. Way to go, Alex. All right, so on the side here, you'll notice you have that 3.5 millimeter socket. So now you're able to plug that in there. And in this particular case right here, one of the benefits of using this chassis right here, or this frame right here, it has a 52 millimeter. You're able to put ND filters on the front of this here, which is really nice. So again, I don't leave any place without my Octopad, and so I'm able to have that same setup that you saw a moment ago. The difference is with this is where I was sharing with you where I like the Rode Wireless. So with the mic on there, the audio is going to pick up good, clean audio, again, when I'm just a matter of feet away from this. So, as I mentioned a moment ago, 9 out of 10 times I'm using the Wireless Go's because it gives me the freedom to walk away from the mics and still get that audio that I want. Case in point, so in the studio here, the boom mic is right over my head. So obviously as I go stepping back here, you start noticing a difference in the audio versus when I'm right directly underneath it. And the same thing applies, obviously, when the mic is right next to me, you're getting good, clean audio. All right, guys, so we are 20 feet away from the surf here. What I have here is the GoPro HERO 9. It's plugged directly into the media mod. So we're using the media mod, or the mics on the media mod, about 20 feet away from the surf. So it's gonna be interesting to see how it separates my voice from the surf here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut this off, and we're gonna put the Rode Wireless Go 2 on here, and all we're going to do for this one is we're going to use, someone's just biting my leg. All we're gonna do is use the, look at, there are a lot of ladybugs around here. I've never seen that next to the ocean. So with this next one, we're going to just strap on the dead cat. We're gonna use this, and then after that, I'm gonna wire up with a lav mic, and you'll see the difference between the audio with that as well. So, here we go. Okay, all right, so we're with the same setup here. So we have the GoPro HERO 9 plugged directly into the media mod. We're using the 3.5 millimeter jack in the back of this, where we have the Rode Wireless Go 2 plugged in. And as you can see, right below me is the mic for this. And again, we haven't moved, so we're about 20 feet away from the surf. The wind's still going. We have the dead cat on this. I know, buddy. Hey, let me finish this up quick. So we have this transmitter right here. It's obviously, bam, it's right there. But it does have the dead cat, so you're going to be able to see the sound quality difference with this versus the original, just the mic and the media mod. So now what we're going to do is we're going to utilize, I'm going to take the dead cat off of this, and we have a Countryman B6 lavalier mic, and that's going to be wired up inside my shirt, and it's going to be plugged directly into this. So we're still utilizing the Rode Wireless Go 2. The difference is a little bit more discreet lav mic that's going to be in the inside, and you're going to be able to see the difference in sound quality with that. All right, for the final sound check, again, we have the GoPro HERO 9 that's on the media mod kit, and then you have the Rode Go Wireless 2 on the top of it, going to the 3.5 millimeter port in the back. Now, as I shared a moment ago, I have the Countryman B6 lavalier mic that's actually taped midsection of my chest here, and that's being plugged directly into the other part of the Rode Wireless Go 2. So again, we haven't budged, so we're about 20 feet away from the surf. The wind hasn't changed, and you're going to be able to hear the difference between how the GoPro sounded originally to with just the media mod on it, to with the Rode dead cat. And again, there's so many ladybugs here, and they're crawling all over us here. I think I have like 4 of them on me right now. And then of course the final sound test here is with everything with the Countryman B6 mic, and I just had to make sure that this was sticking, and the surf is getting pretty close.
You know that ladybug is actually under your back?
I know. All right, guys, so that is it for this sound check. This was meant to be a short video, and I've seen enough of the questions come across asking how do I deal with the crappy battery life that a GoPro has, and how do I deal with the audio. And guys, as you can see, there's a number of different options that you can go. I like if you're interested in mics, I like a lot of the Rode mics. This Deity D3, this is a really cool mic as well. This is a dual direction, so you're getting a mic in the front, mic in the back. That's pretty cool. So that actually works out if you're kind of walking around and you want to be able to talk into it, but on the same token, you want to be able to pick up the ambient sound on the front side of it as well. This thing is a really cool mic as well. But if you don't mind spending the extra money and you want to have that flexibility roaming around, the wireless Goes, you can pick up the original ones for $210. The new ones are $300. Look at my notes here, $300. And then on going back over on the battery. So the logic behind this here, this thing's $33. Compare that to 4 batteries. I only have 3 of them right here. That's $80. So 4 batteries, which is equivalent, what this would cost you $80 versus $33. And when you factor in a handle, this thing right here is $39, so that's $120, something like that. versus 33. That's a good deal right there. All right, guys, there you go. Again, kind of a quick video addressing some of your questions, some of your concerns with how do we address some of the shortcomings with the GoPros. Now, it's that time of the video where I'm going to ask you if you found some value, if you were mildly entertained with this video. Do me a favor, hit that like button down below. If you're currently not subscribed to our channel, hell, why not? We'd love to have you part of the family. And while you're at it, hit that bell, smash it, kick it, so therefore you're notified each time that we come out with the new videos. My friends, I'm going to be jumping out, so you get out there, stay healthy, and create your best shot.